We are approaching the new record high in no time. What do you think about that? I am not sure I can get behind it if the thought of it thrills you. But what if I told you that the expectations may go up to 3 times their original amount? The Shiba Inu's value would surge. Recent findings provide hope that it may be more than merely doable. The reason behind this is that we have overlooked a minor detail. I feel bad about it, but where is it now? For what reason should we be excited? No problem, I'll do my best to explain. Your daily dose of Shiba is here with Wealthy Coin. If Shiba is something that piques your interest, you have come to the right place. Remain ahead of the curve in the cryptocurrency market and remain informed about all the newest news projections by subscribing. Make sure to hit the like button to receive more SHIB news. There has been a significant increase in volatility, with over 17 trillion Shiba Inu tokens changing hands in the past 7 days. There has been a massive upheaval in the Bitcoin market on par with a tsunami. Considering that 17 trillion tokens make up a significant portion of the Shiba Inu circulating supply, this action is hard to ignore. People normally take note of such a huge token transfer since it could signal a major shift in the market. When a lot of cryptocurrency is exchanged fast, a lot usually happens behind the scenes. Major investors, intentional market movements often called whales, and changes in investor mood could all be included in this. Lots of folks are keeping their fingers crossed that next week's spike in on-chain activity will translate into a favorable trend for Shiba Inu. There has been a lot of volatility in the Shiba Inu market recently, along with graphs demonstrating that it frequently probes support and resistance levels. Shiba Inu appears to be now in a consolidation phase where it is gaining ground in preparation for a major move. Based on this pattern, a signal that something big is about to happen is sent when people behave in this way. Being in the path of a hurricane while watching this is like to being in its eye. Despite the relative stillness, a sense of impending disaster permeates the air. Just imagine yourself on the beach as the waves grow bigger and more frequent. You can sense a huge wave approaching, but you can't predict when or how powerful it will be. Investors are eagerly anticipating Shiba Inu's next move, just like you. But hear me out. I find this quite interesting. The price of Shiba Inu tokens has stayed the same after a week of 17 trillion tokens trading hands. The cost of a Shiba Inu has decreased by 17% over the same period. This seeming contradiction has many perplexed. An enormous token transfer of this magnitude would normally cause a noticeable price change. With this much activity, especially with huge trading volumes, prices tend to see more noticeable ups and downs. But a 17% drop, instead of an increase or major change, confuses some investors. Because of this jam, people are interested in what's happening behind the scenes. The question that lingers in their minds is if the key players are implementing a strategic shift or if there are other hidden factors involved. Envision the tide coming in, but instead of a massive surge crashing on the shore, the water suddenly slows down. Because of this unexpected turn of events, everyone is waiting to see what happens next. Anger and rumors directed towards the Shiba Inu development team may have contributed to the unexpected drop in price. If memory serves, they did in fact launch a slew of projects way back when. On the other hand, the lack of progress has caused the group's supporters to lose faith. This occurs because trust and confidence are paramount in the cryptocurrency world. As soon as a team begins working on a new project, they are filled with optimism and excitement. However, when they don't receive any updates or news, investors become apprehensive. People begin to lose faith in the group as they see its inability to deliver on its promises. Additionally, the price could drop if people sell their tokens because they aren't sure about it. When seen via an ethical lens, this is a perfectly understandable response. They invested in the venture with the expectation of future gains. Such improvements are considered broken promises if they are either not delivered or do not materialize. Continual communication and openness from the development team is key to keeping trust high. Even in its absence, negative comments and speculation on the project might spread rapidly, diminishing its perceived value. Concurrently, Shiba Inu's metaverse project was the subject of much discussion and venomous criticism. The last major update to the Shiba Inu metaverse occurred in March 2024, when Lucy unveiled some early work on the project. Very few project updates have been shared with the community since then. The prolonged lack of news caused many to question if the team had given up on the metaverse project altogether. Concerns over the lack of updates have been growing, so Lucy, who is responsible for marketing for Shiba Inu, took to Twitter today to address the issue. If less is known about the Metaverse project now, according to Lucy, the announcement about it in the future will be more impactful. On top of that, this tactic makes perfect sense. By keeping some details hidden and generating anticipation, the team may increase the impact of new materials reveal. This tactic is commonly employed to create a sense of suspense, elevating the final announcement from a routine update to a monumental event. In a tweet, Lucy announced, "It appears that the crew is quietly working on the Shiba Inu metaverse even though they haven't shared any developments publicly. This is good news for everyone worried about the project's feasibility. The good news is that hearing this has restored my confidence. It shows that the group cares about the neighborhood and is planning ahead, restoring faith and reawakening excitement for the project through this form of communication could lead to positive adjustments in the token's value." In addition, Lucy has frequently spoken out to the Shiba Inu community on the defunct social networking site against those who are spreading misinformation and negativity about the Shiba Inu and its creators. Lucy proposes a peaceful and nonviolent resolution rather than a forceful one. For dealing with false positives and attacks by Shibas, it is simple to follow her instructions. Remain silent. Her advice is to give the fudders space. Stay free from their hold. Keep it real. If you choose well, wonderful things will happen. To me, it's best to just disregard them and go on. She described her attitude in that way. The Shiba Inu community needs its members to keep their heads down and work towards their goals rather than becoming bogged down by negativity if it wants to be a positive and productive place to live. It appears that this tactic worked. Shiba Inu value has not dropped any further and animosity has diminished. Things appear to be somewhat stable at the moment, as the price has remained largely unchanged over the past day. We are in dire need of this stability at the moment, have helped establish a more consistent setting for Shiba Inu. According to Moedas El Jaboom El Seed, a Bitcoin investor and a candidate for Forbes 40 Under 40 list, the Shiba Inu might be able to score more than 24 goals if recent trends continue. This prediction is impressive since it suggests the Shiba Inu price might reach a level 3 times greater than its previous record high. Given Alabama Jaboom's market stature and his candidature for Forbes 40 Under 40, this price forecast takes on an interesting new dimension. Many people in the Bitcoin world look to Al Jaboom for guidance because of his prominence and esteem. Those considering Shiba Inu as a possible investment might gain a lot from his research. When discussing the weekly fluctuations in Shiba Inu prices, Al Jaboom made this assertion. His focus was on a trend in the cryptocurrency asset that had a negative purpose. Shiba Inu are currently showing signs that this pattern is going to happen again, as his graphic demonstrates. To break the 4-digit barrier, the Shiba Inu battled tooth and nail for 94 weeks or 658 days. However, things started to change in March of this year when the price of Shiba Inu reached a new record high, increasing by 374%. According to El Jaboon, the Shiba Inu will experience a price hike, just like in May of 2021. At this point in time, he anticipates that the Shiba Inu's worth would potentially reach 1,115%. The market worth of Shiba Inu is $141 billion, which is a reasonable increase from the previous record of $92 billion. The fact that Shiba Inu hasn't broken through to the 4-on-3 region since April has led to the spread of bad rumors. Renowned cryptocurrency trader Emily blasted Al Jaboom's forecast, claiming that anyone who has abandoned the Shiba Inu breed is woefully uninformed. But what are your thoughts about that? Fill out the space that is provided with your ideas. It would be my pleasure to hear your opinion on the subject. The event has concluded. Make sure to give it a strong recommendation. You may view our most recent content by